Okay.
You rolling or what?
Yeah, you know he's rolling.
Fuck you. Hey guys, welcome back to the Final Whistle. Dom and Mike here again to help you out with some sit starts and answer your questions on fantasy football. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll make sure that we keep hooking you guys up with answers.
All right, we're going to go right into the quarterback. We're going to start Colin Kaepernick finally. Since week 1, we have not been able to do that. When he exploded, we all looked like geniuses starting him. Since then, he has just been very average. If you are into mediocrity, then you were starting him the whole time. If you want super stardom, you would have kept him on a bench. This week, you will start him. Give me one reason why you want to start him.
They're running the ball again, running the read option. That's what everybody's been waiting for, and finally they decided to go ahead and go back to it. So we'll see what happens this week.
The read option hopefully is back. 68 yards last week on 11 carries, and they get to play the pitiful Jaguars. So I'm starting Kaepernick. I'm starting him over Vic, who's semi-hurt, and I'm starting him over Russell Wilson, who's actually been playing really good lately.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Colin Kaepernick this week. I'm going to sit Ryan Tannehill. But they're playing the Patriots. Two guys, very important, two guys from the Patriots are not going to be there. Will Fork and Mayo will not be there. That's their run stoppers. So now the Dolphins can run. And they're going to be doing that more this week. They're going to be running the ball more versus Tannehill throwing. He's been turning the ball over a bunch. He's had 4 lost fumbles so far, and with 7 interceptions. Aqib Talib is back.
So, question: does that mean that Lamar Miller is a good play this week?
I don't know about Lamar Miller. They're gonna, between him and Daniel Thomas, they're gonna run the ball a lot more versus Tannehill throwing the ball. I'm telling you, sit him now, and you'll win.
I agree with sitting Tannehill, but just the thought of them trying to run the
I'm
ball,
not saying start Lamar Miller. I'm just saying make sure you sit Tannehill. Since, saying running backs. Should we go into running backs?
No, go to running backs.
Let's go right to running backs, and I'll just keep talking because that's all I do. I'm going to start Noshawn Moreno. Last week was his lowest in a while. His 49 total yards was not good. However, he did hit the end zone again, and he's going to do it again this week. He's playing the Redskins. I think anybody can run. I think even you can run on the Redskins.
I definitely could run on the Redskins.
He did have his 8th touchdown last week, so you telling me if we give you the ball, you can get number 9?
Yeah, man.
All right, I believe it. I believe it big time. They're allowing 107 yards to running backs. Could you even hit 100 yards?
Probably wouldn't hit 100 yards. I'd probably get tired after 20, so just being honest.
At least you are honest. I like that about you. Maurice Jones-Drew, we're going to sit him this week, even though I just traded for him. Yep, I traded for him just because I needed a little bit of depth.
Who'd you trade for him?
I traded Hakeem Nicks away. Hakeem Nicks was my 6th wide receiver, 5th wide receiver on my team.
Well, since he can't catch a pass.
And he's got broken fingers. Yeah. But again, both these guys might get traded, so be on the lookout for Hakeem Nicks and Maurice Jones-Drew going somewhere else. That's what I'm hoping for Maurice Jones-Drew. That's one of the reasons why I did trade for him, because I can see him on a different team soon.
Okay.
What do you got for me as far as wide
I got some wide receivers here. So I'm really big on this matchup with the Redskins this week. I like Pierre Garcon versus Denver this week. He's the #1 deep threat for RG3. That's going to come in big this week. They're going to be playing from behind, so they'll be throwing the ball a lot. Denver's also giving up about 40 points per game to wide receivers, and that's huge. That's like number 3 in the league right now. So it's a great matchup for him. I like him this week. I'm going to go ahead and go with sit Harry Douglas. After that huge week last week, I'm sitting him because he's going to be matched up with Patrick Peterson this weekend, and that's not a great matchup for him. The Cardinals are giving up about 26 points per game to wide receivers, which is 3rd best in the league. So they are pretty good on defense in the defensive backfield. You got Matthew running around back there, and you got Peterson. Harry Douglas is going to have a tough week this week, so I'm sitting him this week. Like I said, start Garcon. As far as tight ends go, like I said, I love that matchup with the Broncos. So we got Jordan Reed. I'm going to go ahead and play him at tight end, and RG3, now he's come to life as one of his favorite targets. So you got Jordan Reed going against the Broncos team that's averaging about 16 points a game to tight ends, giving that up. So I really like that matchup. My sit, Jared Cook. Kellen Clemens is throwing the ball.
Yeah, I'm not a Jared Cook fan at all.
Yeah,
I've never been a fan of his.
yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sit him. Seem like pretty solid plays this week. Anybody in that game playing wide receiver or tight end is gonna be a solid play. And we do have a question today, Dom. So
All right, let's hear it.
all right, so we got sit start question today. We got Gonzalez or Cameron. Which one do you play at tight end this week?
As much as I love Cameron, he's my guy. I'm gonna play Gonzalez this week. I see Matty Ice just hit him in the end zone twice. I think he's gonna have 2 touchdowns this week. I'm not kidding.
I can agree with that. I like him against Arizona just for the simple fact, like I said earlier, they're going to take away Harry Douglas, so he's going to be underneath. They don't have anybody that can really match up size-wise with Tony Gonzalez. I like him to score a touchdown this week.
And Arizona gives up touchdowns to tight ends a lot, so I'm loving Gonzalez this week.
Follow-up question to this is Terrence Williams legit, and would you start those tight ends over him at the flex? I would start Gonzalez at tight end, and I'm going to start Terrence Williams at the flex. I like him in that Dallas offense. He's the number 2 guy. Miles Austin is battling injuries, and he probably is not going to play for the next couple weeks. I like Terrence Williams this week. I say go with him at the flex.
Completely agree. He seems to be getting open, and Romo seems to really be trusting him. He's finding them in the end zone as well. Go with Terrence Williams as your flex. I'm more than happy.
Yeah, got a couple end zone targets last week, and I mean he scored a touchdown, so you can't really argue with that. Just go ahead and go with Terrence Williams at the flex.
I like it.
That's it. That's all we got, guys.
All right, guys. Remember these picks. There's no gray area. It's just black and white. See you next week.